United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And can we approve the affidavit of the posting of the agenda?
So moved. It's first.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and now it's time for public comment. This is an opportunity for members of the public to speak on items that are not on the agenda.
We have one public comment, Richard Gallagher.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here, and this is an extra for everything else everybody does all day long. I'm here to ask for assistance creating a special district for our Veterans Park. My vision is to relieve the county of some of the obligation of funding by coming up with memorandum of understandings with such as the waste management. Maybe they could write off their taxes for their service of getting rid of our trash on our property. Also, maybe landscape services and other types of contractors in the area that would want to help out our veterans, our local ball groups, the youths of this area, and write it off their taxes. But to get to a special district, I need LAFCO's assistance, approval, and you to help me hold my hand as we go through this, because I'm going to make this happen. The county youth, the children, boys and girls, soccer, baseball, they all need our help, and I want to do that for them. So if I'm asking LAFCO's assistance, please hold my hand as we go through this. That's it. I'll be back another time. I've got other obligations to take care of today.
I'm sorry, can I just ask your name?
Richard Gallagher.
Gallagher.
I'm sorry, I should have said that at the beginning. I'm the Veterans Park Commissioner.
Thank you.
Any questions? That's right, you can't ask questions, can you? Sure, I left my email. She's got my email address on there.
And feel free to contact any of us directly.
I sure will. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Gallagher.
We
Any
do have a couple hands on Zoom.
Okay.
The next one would be Stacy McGrady. Sorry. You can go ahead, Miss McGrady.
Hi, if you can hear me, but I can't hear anything that's going on in your meeting.
Okay, thank you. Let me check with it.
Are we on?
There-
Can the
I'm
public hear
confirming
us?
with our IT department. Give me one.
Okay. Should we continue? Do we need to wait? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we have Josh also online, so I think he probably is going to mention the same thing. Let me see if he. Josh, can you hear us? It was unmuted, but it's not picking up.
Josh, can you hear us now?
Josh, can you hear us?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, there's just going to be some feedback.
There's a little bit of feedback, but I can hear
There's a lot back. Okay.
Could I see if
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you help us remotely? It's working?
Yeah, we're on the agenda. Yes, the audience first. Yeah, so the same as this one, right? Okay, so that one's going into the audio device. So I think teacher, the last one was N, teacher, and then the audio driver. No, I think not. Okay, can we select that one? Okay. Mhm. Okay, so I'm selecting that one now. Okay, so we can.
Josh, could you hear us?
Yes, I can. It's coming through very clear. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sorry, Robbie, I think
Thank
you got it. Right, you get the one in the middle.
All right, shall we carry on? Okay, we were at public comment. I
Yeah.
think.
Let me see if just confirm that there was no other hands on Zoom. Yeah, I just want to confirm that that was it. Cause yeah.
He does have his hand raised.
Barry, if you could please unmute yourself.
Okay,
Did you have a public comment?
no.
Okay, thank you.
No further public comment? Okay. We move on to number 5, consent agenda, 5.1, approval of minutes, June 11th. Is there?
Move to approve?
I'll
is there a
second.
second? All in favor?
I,
Aye. Oh, wait, do we do public, do we need to do public comment for consent as well? Sorry, I jumped the gun. I heard minutes.
Public comment is always recommended.
Yeah. You'll need to do public comment.
Okay, public comment for consent agenda, correct? Okay,
There's no public comment.
okay. And so on the consent agenda, do we need to vote on this further?
I think we're okay, right? Yeah, we
Okay.
don't have to go back.
Okay. All right, 5.2, financial reports and invoices.
Oh, that's
That's-
part of consent. Yeah,
Okay.
So you would go to 6.1. Now we're on
Okay,
business.
we're
items.
ready for 6.1.
Yeah, the public
Okay.
hearing.
Thank you for helping me along here.
Mhm.
Okay, 6.1, City of San Juan Bautista, MSR.
Okay. So at our last meeting, I did a presentation on the findings that are in both of the city MSRs. We have them broken down here into 2 different agenda items as public hearings to adopt the determinations that were in the municipal service review. The public review draft has been out for over a month. We did not receive any comments on the public review drafts of either of the city MSRs. The San Juan Bautista one was made available also on the city's webpage. And because of that, we have the draft final available for you in the packet of each one of the MSRs for your consideration here today. That means approving the resolution. So for the city of San Juan Bautista, Reso 2026-04 for consideration. And all it approves is the determinations. Once again, it is not word for word, every word in the MSR, it is the determinations. So if you would like, I have the presentation available if you would like me to provide a summary or any of the maps for consideration. Also, another reminder, this does not change the spheres of influence yet for either one of the cities. It is purely for the document and report that's in front of you. Each one of the cities would have to apply to LAFCO to have their sphere amended or updated to reflect what's in their general plans.
Okay. So do we open a public hearing?
That's
Yeah,
So we'll open the public hearing at 4:23.
okay. And is there
We have no public comment.
public comment? Okay, we'll close the public hearing. Mhm. Okay,
You're fine. And then you just bring it back for questions, comments.
okay. Questions, comments?
Anybody?
Seeing none?
Do you, Madam Chair, maybe just, key highlights, just for gloss overview for the public, if there's anything that jumps out. Obviously, we looked over this, but is there anything that you want to sort of underscore, Jennifer?
I can certainly, let me just share the screen and Zoom.
Is there an issue, or is that okay? I'm just,
We have spoken about
Yes,
these
we
a
have.
few times, but I think it might be
I'm
good
okay with
just
it.
for a
I'm okay
quick
going
summary.
forward. We have members of the, we have at least one member of the public here, some people on Zoom.
Yeah, it's been out for public
Okay.
comment. It went to both jurisdictions
Yeah.
for review.
I don't need it then.
And
if
then
everyone
went
else is
to the
comfortable.
public for review as well. I have no further comment on this particular one. This particular.
I leave it up to the commission. I can certainly summarize the recommendations at least, if you would like.
It's your call.
Uh,
Uh,
I,
Yeah.
I think we're all pretty good with it, and it's been
There
out.
was no public comment, so if anyone had thoughts, Madam Chair, then they would have probably spoken up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
And
6.1, we can start with
moving-
6.1 then.
Are we moving on to 6.2?
No, so looking for a motion regarding resolution 2026-04 under 6.1.
Okay.
I'll make the motion. So moved.
Is
I'll
there a second?
second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, it's a roll call vote.
Because it's a
Okay.
Roll
resolution.
call. Okay.
Mayor Jordan,
Commissioner Jordan, yes.
Commissioner Roxanne,
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Kosmicki. Okay, and yes. Aye. Motion carries.
Then 6.2.
Okay, and 6.2, City of Hollister MSR.
This is the same process. This is for resolution 2026-05. Once again, the same applies. You are approving or adopting the determinations that are found at the end of the report, and not every word, and no sphere of influence change will occur as a result of this. The city will have to apply for their sphere change at an upcoming date, yet to be determined. So.
Okay, we're going to open the public hearing again.
There is no public comment.
Okay, and we close the public hearing. And is there a motion to adopt? Oh, is there discussion?
No.
No discussion? Motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All in, roll call vote? Commissioner Jordan?
Yes.
Commissioner Roxanne?
Yes.
Commissioner Kosmicki?
Yes.
Stephen, sorry. And yes. Okay. Okay. All right, next time. All right, so moved. And we're going to move to 7.1. Filed 2026-551 McRae Street, Toro Petroleum Annex to City of Hollister. Jennifer?
Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay. In your packet, you have the staff report for this item. This is the item we considered back in June that was postponed to give an opportunity for the Board of Supervisors to provide comment on the application. There have been no changes to the staff report since that time. The application continues to be consistent with all required legal factors for consideration. Once again, the application is from the City of Hollister with consent by the property owner for a quarter of an acre, approximately, island that is entirely surrounded by the city. You'll see it on your screen in front of you. It is owned by Toro Petroleum as a gas station. It's recommended that the annexation be approved because it would eliminate a very small unincorporated county island that is entirely surrounded by the City of Hollister, creating a more logical boundary and placing the property under a consistent municipal land use, service, and regulatory framework. The parcel is already developed with the Toro Petroleum gas station. No new development or expansion is proposed. The landowner has consented, and the existing city-county property tax sharing agreement provides an established fiscal framework, and approval therefore advances LAFCO's objectives of orderly boundaries and efficient service delivery without encouraging additional urban growth or converting agricultural land. And with that, in front of you, you have a resolution for consideration. A reminder of what the number is. Resolution 2026-03 for consideration, and the notice of exemption that's attached.
Okay, do we need to open it up to public comment?
We have no public comment.
No public comment. Do we need to open it up to discussion?
Yeah, Madam Chair. Yeah, so we took this to the Board of Supervisors as we discussed at the prior meeting, and there was some question from the board over some matters with this, and I would just respectfully ask to continue it just because we had set up an ad hoc to further discuss it with the property owner so that the county had a full understanding of it. And that has not happened yet. So there has not been that discussion yet or report back to the county yet on it. So just respectfully ask that we allow that to happen as part of the process, because we had gone back to get county feedback. That was, if you remember, that was what I had requested the last time, because the LAFCO had gone directly to the planning department to get feedback as opposed to the Board of Supervisors as a whole. So the county board never had an opportunity to look at this and review it. And so there was a discussion, there was some concern raised about, why this is happening and what actual, intent was involved or what the sort of reasoning is behind it. And I do understand, obviously, islands and annexations related to islands. But there was concern. It wasn't just for myself. There was multiple supervisors who had concerns about really why is this happening, and then supervisor, one of the, I don't want to speak for anyone else, but just in just broad recollection, Supervisor Sotelo had noted that the property owner had been looking to do this for a while and had some sort of intentions, but we were just hoping to get a better idea of that, before necessarily providing feedback. And that was kind of where it left off. And then there was, we had this period where there weren't meetings. So that's kind of where it left off. And there hasn't been that opportunity for Supervisor Sotelo. Basically, the board appointed Supervisor Sotelo and myself, and I just basically nobody else raised their hand, I guess, if I remember. And so I raised my hand and said, sure, I'll take part in that. And that has not happened yet. So just hoping to at least have that conversation, and I would certainly push for that to happen as soon as possible so we could bring this back at the next meeting.
So,
Further discussion?
yeah. So, I want to actually push to move this forward today, if at all possible. And I know that possibly at the board level, this was the first opportunity, or a few months, couple months ago, the first opportunity for you to speak on it. However, I do know that this has been something that I had discussions with our previous city manager and with others since last year. This was something that I feel like has been kind of hanging over, or it's been kind of in the background of something that we knew that we just needed to deal with. I guess the biggest reason is that because it is such a tiny piece of land and it's right in the center of the city, it does create a lot of confusion around providing services, and it sometimes results in some duplication of services, inefficiencies in services, and we just want to kind of get this off our plate. And I'm not really sure what the concern is, but I know that this is something that the owner has wanted. It's something that the city has wanted for a while. It is just one of those things that we have not gotten to, and I don't really see the reason to postpone it. I would just assume get it off our plate, move it forward, because it is, if there's any reason to do something like that, this is exactly the reason, because it is a very small piece of land and it's right in the middle, and it does create a lot of inefficiencies and confusion because of that that small piece of land in the center of the city. So unless, there's like some real specific concerns that I think are important, I would just assume move forward on this, Supervisor Kosmicki. So that's my take on this. Can you speak to what the concerns are?
Certainly, it's
Sure.
revenue. Yeah, it's revenue. That was the
It's
concern. And
revenue?
whether if there was some broader, if there was a need to do it for, if the property owner, and or the city were looking to, if there was something standing in the way of them, him or them, I believe it's him, I believe it's Mr. Gibson, developing in a certain way, then certainly we don't want to get in the way of that. It was just getting a better handle on, and I'm speaking, I am allowed to speak as a board of supervisor, because I am a
Sure.
board of supervisor. And I'm here representing the board of supervisors. And as a board of supervisor, I took it back to the board because the board had not been given any opportunity to provide feedback on it. And I do think going forward, just to kind of clean up, this sort of roadblock, is to, as opposed to going to the planning commission, I think supervisors should certainly be, at least you could blind CC supervisors if it's an email, because ultimately we're the ones that are, supervisors are held accountable. We're the ones that make these decisions. So I don't think it should be left in the hands of necessarily a planning official. But yeah, the concern was, if this is only about revenue that would shift from the county to the city, if there wasn't anything beyond that, then I think there would be sort of this looming question of, well, why are we doing this now? But if there is something beyond that, I can do my best to work with everyone here, and I see the city managers coming up.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about standing in the way. It's just, if this was simply about a revenue shift, then there would be concern. But if there's other, if anyone can elaborate on what the intention is with this, and if by not annexing into the city, what sort of complications we would be causing, then I certainly will do my best to expedite this as much as possible.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that. However, it still go back to the point that I made earlier, that even if there is a revenue stream that may be lost to the county, that is not the reason for the city wanting to move forward on this. And this has been kind of hanging out there, kind of as a loose end for a while. And ultimately, it's really about providing a more efficient service, right? And it's a teeny island in the middle of our city, and it does create headaches for us, and duplication, redundancies, all the things that ultimately the MSR is going to put in place to help us prevent. So for me, I know that we're going to probably disagree on this, Supervisor Kosmicki. However, I do want to just go ahead and push forward. I think regardless of what Supervisor Sotelo or yourself find with in terms of revenue, I think it makes sense to move forward with the annexation of an island.
If I may, Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
And Commissioner Stevens, again, I don't want to speak for anyone else, but I know Supervisor Curl had expressed specific concerns about revenue as well. Supervisor Sotelo was more on the side of, trying to push this forward because there was she didn't have exactly the reasoning, but there was something with the property owner and the way that the area had developed around there, and that this would, if this annexation would somehow allow for better planning, then certainly I think that's our job is to basically provide that avenue. So I don't know if the city manager, I think if you have
Madam Chair, if
something,
we can finish out here before we go to public comment?
Yes,
that might,
Commissioner
but that
Jordan.
would possibly just ease the concern is because she came up to the front. That's
Yeah, I was going to ask her to speak, but I think.
Commissioner Jordan.
Thank you. Last month, we heard from our executive officer, and in both cases, the last time we met and this time, there are 3 or 4 pages of what we do as LAFCO commissioners. And this item that came before us at the last meeting meets every single one of those criteria. It is an island within the, surrounded solely by the city of Hollister. It is served by the city of Hollister. And there's, again, 3 pages of why this why this should be annexed. This is our job. This is a legal responsibility for us to approve this and push it forward. I understand that the Board of Supervisors has issues with it. I saw most of that meeting until I got cut off. And the Board of Supervisors can have any issue that they so choose to have with it, but this is our legal obligation as LAFCO commissioners to approve this. It meets every single criteria that LAFCO for this particular request. It's not even one is out of place. Every single criteria is met under LAFCO law, and it leaves no room for debate. I mean, we can all have our own opinions, but it leaves absolutely no room for debate as a commissioner. And that's why we wear 2 hats.
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Kosmicki.
Yes. I appreciate the sentiment. However, there's a reason why there is a requirement to get feedback from the affected jurisdictions, which includes San Benito County. And what I did was request very respectfully that we at least allow the opportunity for that feedback to happen. And that is exactly what I did. So thank you.
Okay. Is it okay if I check in with my city? I'm going to check in with my city manager, see if she has anything to add.
Would you like to
Ms. Cortez? Yeah.
step up to the podium?
Thank you, Anna.
Good afternoon, commissioners. So just to address some of the key points and that the commissioners have very well articulated, but at the end, it is really about the efficient provision of services. This is one of multiple islands that we have in the city, and it is the whole point of planning is to make sure that we have efficiencies, that we don't have duplication of services. And right now, what we have is, that might have been my computer. Oh, well. LAFCO indeed has specific duties, including the logical and orderly development of communities. Having islands in the middle of a city is the opposite of that. LAFCO has the regional responsibility to reconcile differences between agency plans so that the most efficient urban services arrangements are crafted for the benefit of the current and future area residents. What we have right now is not that. So again, if you are in an island and there's a 911 emergency, is it police? Is it the sheriff's office? Is it both of them? And it's that level of confusion that is relevant for this particular group. We're also supposed to, LAFCO is supposed to determine the capacity of our public services in the agencies that provide these services as well. Given that these islands are in the middle of the city is well positioned to provide services. We would not be in the same situation if, of course, this particular area was, for example, miles away from the city. This is why many jurisdictions avoid annexing land that is not contiguous to a city because of the lack of efficiencies. And so that is the concern that the city has. My understanding is that the owner of this particular property has been wanting this annexation for the city. It is a matter of efficiency. My understanding, and I'm fairly new to the LAFCO here in this county, but my understanding is that we do have a tax share situation. So again, the revenue should not be an issue for the county, as it will not be an issue for the city. It is one of efficiency. It is one of actually having a city that makes sense. And right now, the city of Hollister does not. We have a number of islands. This just happens to be one of them.
Thank you, Ana.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, if I also may. This can go back to the board. It can go back to the city of Hollister, and we can do this for another month, another 6 months, or another 6 years. This is a legal obligation because it meets every criteria of our roles and responsibilities as LAFCO commissioners.
And I just want to, Madam Chair, I just want to re-clarify my intent. My whole purpose here was just to get feedback from the county board, and this isn't about trying to create roadblocks. It's that there is a legal requirement. If we want to talk about the law, there's a legal requirement to get feedback from the affected jurisdictions. And all I simply asked was to get that feedback from the Board of Supervisors, which is, of course, the governing body of the county. So I'm not here to cause any roadblocks. I wanted to make sure that the county board was able to provide that feedback, and actually they provided a good amount of feedback. And Supervisor Currow in particular expressed a lot of concern about revenue and why this was happening. We had a public speaker come up, the district attorney of our county, Joel Buckingham, thought that this was simply, I'm not going to put words into his mouth, but to just do my best to sort of summarize what he said, that this was essentially all about money. So there was value in getting feedback, and that's all I was trying to do, was to allow that to happen. Again, not here to stand in the way. I plan on voting for this. That might be a surprise to some. I don't know why you're frustrated there, Jordan, but I want to make sure that my fellow supervisors were allowed to chime in, which they did. Thank you very much.
May I ask a question of our executive officer?
Go ahead.
Were comments provided by the Board of Supervisors? They had a meeting.
No, I did not receive a comment letter or formal comments of any kind.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, Ms. Stevenson, were you in that meeting listening?
No, I was not.
Okay. But what would a comment letter? I was just asking to get feedback from the board, and they provided feedback. So I don't understand I just honestly don't understand the question about a comment letter.
My question was, apologize, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the general process for soliciting input from affected agencies is I send out notification, and then they provide comments in written format back to LAFCO prior to its consideration. So in response, I have not received formal written comments or feedback on the application from the Board of Supervisors meeting.
Did you request comments specifically from the Board of Supervisors?
I did in the letter. I said
you said in the last meeting that you only spoke to the planning director.
right, and then immediately following this meeting in June, I sent to the Board of Supervisors a letter and the application packet asking for feedback.
And that's great. And all I'm saying is I took it to the Board of Supervisors meeting, which we said we were going to do. I honestly don't know why seems to be some level of frustration here. I simply went to the Board of Supervisors to get feedback, which I think is a good thing to do. And they provided feedback. And now here we are today. And I think that's good process.
But I agree with that. The board did did give feedback at the Board of Supervisors.
Yes, they
They
did.
did.
Yes.
Okay. So then why are we asking for another month
I just,
for more
yeah,
feedback?
no, and Madam Chair, I just noted that in light of not wanting to get in the way and hearing the dialogue, that's the point of why we meet, is to hear each other, right? It's to go back and forth. I don't go into these meetings with any set, mind frame on what I'm going to do or not going to do. We're here to actually have constructive dialogue, which I think for the most part, there has been here today. And I appreciate the city manager explaining from the city side. I understand altogether that annexing islands is a good thing. It's a good part of planning process. I just wanted to make sure that the county supervisors, because of the, we have two, I believe, 2 gas stations in the entire county, and there is significant revenue that is generated from this gas station that will be mostly shifted over to the city of Hollister as stipulated in the commercial tax sharing agreement. I just wanted to make sure the county board had feedback, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think there should be negativity about this. So I'm here today to hearing what I heard from the city manager and my colleagues on the LAFCO board. I'm going to support this. So I don't really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to just like stick to it, like to my stance. Just, I guess I'm not hearing that waiting a month is going to make a difference. So
I
I'm
just
not
said
sure.
I'm going to support it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm saying
Okay.
I'm
So
retracting
are
what
you-
I said
you're
about
retracting?
a month. I'm saying I'm
Okay.
going to support it.
Okay.
Okay.
So then did we do public comment already so we can call for maybe a motion so we can move on then?
We did public comment.
I believe we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then can we?
So we'll call for the motion.
Okay.
To adopt resolution 202603.
I'll move to approve, Madam Chair.
I'll second.
All in, roll call vote?
Commissioner Kozmicki,
Yes.
Commissioner Jordan,
Yes.
Commissioner Stevens,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Mello.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, motion carries. On to 7.2, Cal AFCO Conference 2026 prep.
You have the save the date flyer in your packet regarding the Cal AFCO conference that will be held in Sacramento from October 21st to the 23rd. I recommend those that are attending. Right now I have Commissioner Mello, Commissioner Stevens, and Commissioner Jordan that will be registered for the conference. We do have space for another. Commissioner Zanger is unable to attend. So if there are any others that would like to, then we do have another spot available.
Is-
Mhm.
Did you hear from alternate commissioner?
I have not heard
Katz.
from any of the alternate commissioners. It was my understanding, Commissioner Cosmic, you cannot attend, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we should, I would encourage him to, if anybody has a way to reach out to him, encourage him to attend. If this is his first time sitting, even as an alternate, it's a good experience. I
Are
think
we
he
talking
should
about
go.
Commissioner Katz?
Yeah.
Commissioner,
Yeah.
he's online right now, so Commissioner Katz, if you want to reach out to me about this conference afterwards, then and you're available, I can get you set up.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna pass at this time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, alternate Commissioner Katz.
Question?
Commissioner
Sure.
Jordan?
Have we heard from the city's alternate, Commissioner Sabathia?
We have not.
I don't know what his wishes are. So if we just reach out to him with a phone call, since there is room for one more.
Mhm. And then it's my understanding the new county alternate is Supervisor Curro. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
And I will say, considering, let's point out the obvious that alternate Sabathia is not running for re-election, as far as I understand. Is that accurate? So I don't know what the purpose would be of LAFCO spending money to send somebody to a conference when they're not going to be in office anymore in a few months. it just basically seems like a free stay. That's all. I would suggest asking alternate Curl certainly first and seeing if she's willing to go. But to send somebody to a conference who's not going to be serving, I'm just pointing out the logic here. He's not going to
Yeah.
be serving anymore in a few months. We have a couple more LAFCO meetings left in the year, so that's all. Thanks.
Any further comments, discussion?
There are two more items here for your consideration. The first one is the CalAFCO Annual Achievement Awards. So you can nominate anyone or any commission for an annual achievement award. Each year they put these out along with a list of all of the former winners. So if you would like to nominate anyone at this time. Also for your consideration, I have had 3 other LAFCOs nominate Clark Alsop. He is the Cal LAFCO legal counsel and has been for going on 30 years and is in the midst of retiring. He's also been legal counsel for San Bernardino LAFCO for like 38 years or something along those lines. So I think multiple LAFCOs are nominating him for a Lifetime Achievement Award because this may be one of his last conferences.
Okay. And
I would-
So, are there any nominations
I would like to sign on that one if we could.
to nominate Clark?
Madam Chair, I don't know this person, so I would just abstain. I would rather not vote on achievements that I'm not aware of.
so when you say sign on, can you elaborate?
Yeah, oh, sorry, yeah, attach San Benito County LAFCO as one of the ones that are joining on with the 3 other LAFCOs. So we would be a 4th signing on to Mr. Alsop's nomination.
Does that require
A motion.
a motion?
Mhm.
Yeah, that would require a motion.
Could just a quick question, Jennifer, because as Commissioner Kosmicki mentioned, I'm kind of in that, I've met him and I know who he is, but I don't know him that well. But I wonder, could individuals support this rather than the whole San Benito County LAFCO group?
Nominations have to come from a LAFCO as a whole.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so at this time, are we asking for a motion
You can entertain a motion if you want.
to,
Yeah, I'll make the motion to.
I'm sorry, can we open up public comment
Oh,
before you make
sure.
a motion?
is there any public comment?
Yes, Stacy McGrady. Stacy.
Hi, good afternoon. I don't know if this is maybe too late, but if we're taking nominations for achievements in LAFCO, I'd like to nominate Richard Betancourt for his years of service to San Benito County LAFCO. I think anyone who's on the board who has been here for any length of time knows who he is and knows his public record of service and how he was kind of unceremoniously removed from LAFCO. And I think this would be an opportunity to kind of make things right.
Okay. Any other public comment?
We have no more public comment. Thank you.
Okay.
Generally, I don't respond, but I do want to clarify that Commissioner Betancourt, former Commissioner Betancourt, did receive a Lifetime Achievement Award 2 years ago in Monterey at that conference.
Okay, thank you for that information. Okay, is there a motion to,
To sign on with the other
to
3
sign on
LAFCOs.
yeah, with the other LAFCOs? there a motion?
I made the motion.
Oh.
So moved.
Is there a second? Seeing no second, motion dies.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and then one more item regarding CalAFCO conference. They're looking for nominations for the CalAFCO Board of Directors. As you may remember, we had nominated Commissioner Jordan. However, this year, it's completely open. Generally, it would have been a 2-year span before a city member could be considered again. But because of the change in the bylaws, they are electing all 16 positions across the state again this year. 2 with a 1-year term and 2 with a 2-year term for the 4 from each of the regions. So each region, Northern, Coastal, Central, Southern, has 4 board members, and now anyone can hold those seats, meaning before it had been restricted to the staggered terms of 1 being city, 1 county, 1 special district, and 1 public member. But now anyone can hold any of those 4 positions, and they're all up for election for the coastal region.
Okay.
Madam Chair?
Are we making a motion?
We're
Or
asking
we-
for comment.
Oh, is there any comment?
May I?
Please do.
While I would love to sit on the board, my term is up at the end of the year, and there are 3 available seats and 4 people have pulled packets. So I'm 1 of 4 for 3 seats. So if I didn't get in, what would happen to that? How does that work with upcoming elections all around?
Good question.
Thank you.
I am certain that then if you were elected into the position, then it would be a space on the board and they would just fill it by appointment afterwards.
Okay.
Any further discussion? Okay.
If it's the will of the commission, I would love to throw my name in the hat then, just on the off chance that I held a seat. Did I say that right?
Would that require a motion?
That would be a motion, probably. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
Do we get public comment on that?
I mean, we did public comment
Yeah,
on the
you're
whole
right.
item.
Making sure.
Jennifer, can I confirm that you got direction for item 1 for designating the voting delegation? The delegate?
Oh, yeah, we did not do that. We have, thank you for the reminder. I appreciate that. We have 3 individuals registered to go, so I do need an identified or designated voting delegate and an alternate for at the conference. So amongst the 3 individuals that will be there.
I don't care how we do that.
I do not want to be a delegate, so please do it, Commissioner Jordan or Commissioner Mello.
Maybe Commissioner Curro might want to be a delegate.
Well, we don't know. We don't know if
We
she's
don't know if
going.
she's gonna
So
go.
I'll if
You'll
it's
take one?
the will of the commission to be the voting delegate.
Okay. You need 2
I need an alternate.
If
as an
something-
alternate?
Yeah, so it would be you.
Okay.
as
All right.
backup.
I guess I'm the backup. Okay.
Is that a motion?
If we could just do a motion, just to, for the record,
Okay. Is
that
there?
you're,
Move to
Yeah.
approve as stated.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Second.
Okay.
All
Roll
in
call.
favor?
Do we have to do a roll call vote?
Not necessarily, but if you'd like me
No,
to.
we need a vote. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So passes. All right. On to CalAFCO updated proposed regional map. Jennifer?
As you might remember, I had brought a previously proposed regional map to your attention several months ago. Following that, for which many comments were received by the working group on the proposed regional structure, the working group solicited lots of comments, and at the workshop that we had, a whole session was devoted to receiving comments on what the desired manner of the regional map would look like. As a result, they proposed the map that's in your packet, which is to break down the regions from 4 into 6 regions, which would, how it would affect San Benito LAFCO is that we would be part of the proposed, I can't remember the name of the region. Is it still coastal? Coastal region. While the northern portion of the coastal region would be broken off into the Bay Area, making the coastal region not as long and unwieldy as it had been in the past. So we were asked to provide comments on this at a staff level. I did not see any issue with this, but wanted to receive input and feedback from the commission, and if there is any, then I can return it to the working group to address.
Discussion?
Question.
Commissioner Turner?
We're super tiny. So is Bay Area. But I'm guessing Bay Area has more, it's totally more populous driven than us. That's not an issue.
There's some differences in the areas. So the Bay Area has 7.6 million and coastal has 2.1. Would have, but it's not as small as say the northern region that's 900,000. So, and then the southern region is 21 million. Yeah, so there's definitely a wide variety of populations. And I think the aim was to not focus on populations, but to identify regions that have common issues and concerns.
And we're fairly aligned with all of our other coastal folk.
Right, and they tried to maintain COG and planning areas.
Okay.
As well.
Very cool. Thank you for that.
I just have a question. Where were we before? Bay Area?
It was the whole region was the coastal region from Sonoma down to Ventura. So it's been broken in half.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Vice Chair, part of what I remember when I listened to some of the discussion around this was that there was concern that that different regions had counties that didn't necessarily have similar makeups, therefore issues were not very similar. So if a region is representing that region, it's difficult to do that when you have divergent concerns and issues. So this, I think, as Jennifer stated, makes the group a little bit more alike, so that the representatives are representing similar issues for all those counties involved.
Okay. Thank you. Is there any action we need to take? Is there public comment?
No.
Okay.
If we can open up public comment, but we have no public comment.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Are we moving on to 7.4?
Mm-hmm.
Policies for use of AI by San Benito LAFCO.
we went through the draft AI policies at our last meeting with no comments or changes from the commission at that time. So you have in front of you those same draft AI policies for consideration of approval.
Okay. Any public comment?
We have no public comment.
Discussion?
Make a motion to approve as recommended.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passes. And on to 8.1, Executive Officer Communications.
8.1, as a result of all of the reorganization that's happening at the Cal LAFCO level, many have brought up the dues structure that was last addressed about 10 years ago. It was a very complicated and drawn out process to determine how dues should be calculated, whether by a flat rate or population or whatever may be the case. I think ultimately nobody left satisfied with the results, but we still continue to live with that dues structure. So they have created a new dues committee to reassess and asked for volunteers. So I am part of the dues committee, and it sounds like an awful thankless job, but I will report back to you on the result. And then for the Sunny Slope application, we should be receiving it in the next couple of days. So you will likely be seeing that at the October meeting, I think. But I'll provide an update once I receive it. Okay, and that's all I have.
That's all you have? Okay. And Commissioner announcements and requests for future agenda items, 8.2. None? Seeing none, we'll move to number 9, adjournment.
Right.
All right? All right. Thanks,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for helping.